Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel and I'm the High Mileage Helper. On this channel, my goal is to be able to help you learn more about the RV transporting industry, as well as give how-to videos for your truck and then give recommendations along the way. So if this is our first time meeting, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you get good value. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you along with me on my vlog going to Arkansas. I've got a 39-foot fifth wheel, and we've got a beast here. And we also have another beast over here as well, but he's a little squirrely today. But we're going to be going out on the road with this thing. It's an Arctic Wolf Cherokee. Going to be getting this all put together here shortly and going together. One thing already that I did notice on this fifth wheel, that it already has a battery in the battery tray compartment area down in there. So that's very convenient, very helpful. It's actually already connected, already bolted down, already secured. So all I had to do was just plug in the 7-pin and I'm good to go. So I will be hooking up here in a second and then we'll be heading out. Right here. Sit. Sit. So one thing I did want to mention on this auto leveling control system is that in order to get this to turn on, you do actually have to hold the up and the down button at the same time for the button to turn green, which then allows you to actually raise or lower the fifth wheel jack. So I believe this is the only system that's so unique like this, where you actually have to hold the up and down button, since there is no on or off switch a button on here. So this is a unique situation for this fifth wheel, but the majority of fifth wheels don't have this. So if you ever do come across this, just remember that up and down, that's the power button to get the green light to turn on, and then you have access to lowering or raising the jack. All right guys, so we are on our way to Arkansas right now. The place I'm going to in Arkansas is Gassville, Arkansas. Interestingly enough, my buddy took me on a ride along 4 years ago before I actually started, and I believe I'm going to be going to the same dealership that I actually went to there. What I remember from that delivery that I was on with him was that basically you lose cell service the last like 60 miles. You're out in the middle of nowhere, and you're going around curves, you're up and down, you're all over the place, and you're really off the beaten path. Gassville, Arkansas is not the place to be on the main roads. There's no main roads. And so I believe that's where I'm going to be headed to on this trip, and so that'll be interesting to kind of see that, maybe bring up some memories if I am thinking of the right place. So anyways, I'm actually pretty late in the day for just getting hooked up and heading that way. So I'll probably be somewhere in Illinois tonight. I don't have, huge hopes of getting way down there. I really don't care to drive in the pitch dark real late at night. So we'll just see where things take us. So hopefully it should be a pretty smooth ride down there. It's been off and on raining and misting all day throughout Indiana, and a pretty large storm. Nothing crazy on the radar. It just looked a little light green, a little dark green in some areas. It's about 41 degrees, so nothing crazy, not too much wind. This fifth wheel is kind of a beast. It's large, but it's not actually that heavy. It's only 11.5, so as far as what I could actually haul, my max is 13.7, but this trailer is 11.5, so it's fairly close to my max. To be honest, the truck really doesn't feel it. It just kind of floats down the road. So I will get back with you guys a little later. Alright guys, so it is now the next day. I picked up the unit and brought it back to my house. Did my 10 hours there. It was great to sleep in my own bed. I hit the road about 6 o'clock or so. Pretty dark for some time. Driving in the dark in the morning or at night I'm really growing to dislike having to do that. That is not appealing to me. Besides for the fact that, might be, less traffic. That may be the only benefit that I see. Right now we're in Illinois, dropping down, and I'll be going through St. Louis, and then the actual drop-off, Gassville, Arkansas. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, like I kind of already talked about earlier, I think. But it is interesting to me that, in order to get there, going through Missouri, which is my preferred route, it actually routes me through Rolla, Missouri, and that's the place where my Ford blew up. So having to go through there is just always a reminder of, man, that was 4 years ago. That was a rough time. I do not enjoy having to think through those things. That's not a comforting thought. But anyways, driving through Rolla, Missouri to drop down, to go straight, and just kind of wiggle my way through to be able to get down to Gassville, Arkansas. I've already called the dealership. They are ready to go. They close at 4 p.m. I will be getting there, GPS said about 3:35. I'm going 65, 66 maybe, just on the line there. So hopefully we can make it in time. I have about 25 minutes of play time to go with it, and be able to get down there. I don't know how much more fuel I have in my auxiliary tank. At a certain point, it just shows empty. It goes all the way down, but at times there's still some in there. So I think I can make it all the way down there without having to fill up. We will find out, and we'll see how much time that I do have to eat up with my 25 minutes extra. So I'll go ahead and catch you guys later. Alright guys, well, a little update. I'm actually in Arkansas now. I'm wiggling my way down through US 160, I believe. And just kind of sharing what happened a little earlier. I got through St. Louis. I discovered that there was quite a bit of construction, some accidents going on. So my GPS actually pushed me back to way past 4 o'clock. And at this particular dealership, they stop accepting at 4 o'clock. So that had me a little concerned. I had already called them. They had said, yeah, no problem, delivering until 4. So I called again and said, hey, just so you know, I got through St. Louis, and that really kind of slowed me down, really pushed me back. I'm now going to be, way past 4 o'clock. They said, well, as long as it's not, too far past, it'll be all right. We'll still accept you. It'll be no problem. Just as soon as you get here, just come straight to the service department, and we'll get you taken care of. So I am now 40 miles away, and it says 4:23 when I will arrive there. So I don't know if that's going to be enough, if that's going to be too late exactly. How far is too far past 4 o'clock? But I'm hoping they'll give me some grace. At the end of the day, they probably can't bend the rules every single time for every driver. Maybe more on a case-by-case situation, but at the end of the day, they've got to let their people go home. They've got other things they're doing. Guaranteed, there's not a person there sitting there waiting for me to arrive for them to start doing something. They probably already have other jobs that they do in the midst of drivers showing up randomly and delivering trailers. So hopefully they're willing to allow me to drop off before they head out, or they have to finish up other things they're doing. As you can probably hear, it is raining pretty heavily now at this point. It's a little ridiculous right now, going kind of up and down through these roads. I don't know if it's actually coming up on camera, but it is definitely raining. The road is soaked, so I am definitely trying to keep it in between the lines here, but also trying to get there before they stop accepting. So we'll see how it goes when I do get to the dealership. Ryder has been a real big trooper. He's sleeping in the back there, and he's been putting up with me on this drive. We're not really taking extra stops, taking our time at all. So hopefully we'll be able to drop off in time and be on our way. So I'll go ahead and get you guys a little bit later. Well guys, we were actually able to drop off in time. They're inside getting the trailer all checked out, inside, outside. We are already disconnected besides the 7-pin, and we'll be good to go here shortly. This was kind of a last second thing happening. They pulled up right to the truck and said, hey, cutting a little close there, aren't you? And said, yeah, I got here as soon as I could. So very thankful for them allowing me to actually drop off here. Pretty big dealership. Figured there would maybe be a few extra people here to help. So they've got actually like 2 or 3 guys in there. But thankfully we are almost done here. They're going pretty quick because they want to get out of here as well. And again, I'm grateful to them for getting me in and out of here quickly. So I'm gonna catch you guys later after I can get into the truck and get on back on the road. Well guys, this is definitely not how I wanted to end the vlog. I dropped off there. First of all, those guys are just so awesome. They're so kind. They were messing with me and joking around, and they were just awesome at that drop off. But shortly after I left the dealership, I started having issues with my ABS sensor. If you're a follower on Instagram, then you would see that ABS light that came on, and I was having some serious issues with that. I was losing my pedal. I was having all sorts of issues with that. I was having the brake light as well as the ABS light come on, and it felt very actually dangerous to drive because I didn't know what to really expect. What was going on? Is the pedal going to go to the floor? And so I pulled off a little earlier than my full 11 hours. I was able to deliver and then drive a couple more hours after that, but I ended up not doing that all the way because I didn't feel safe driving. I looked everything over. I've got a scan tool thing that is able to read the codes and tell me what's going on. It said that it was the front right sensor, and so I just figured, well, something's got to be, you know, majorly wrong with it. I just replaced my both wheel hub assemblies with those speed sensors, so I'm thinking, what in the world's going on? And so I wasn't able to really diagnose it. It was still pouring down rain the entire night, and so I ended up waiting till the next morning to really kind of diagnose things, kind of get a grip of what was going on, and found out that it was the speed sensor was dirty, as well as in the line there's actually a little bit of, it looks like someone heated it up, or it was frayed of some kind, where you can almost see the wires. It's a little doughy on one side and then almost the wires on the other side of this line. So anyways, got that a little cleaned up. I used the electrical cleaner for like electronic parts for a connection on your truck to keep it safe. So I used that, cleaned it all up. The ABS light did turn off. The brake light has turned off as well. No other issues since then. But another issue that was also compounding that whole thing was that I was actually rolling coal. I was blowing black smoke, and I've never actually seen that besides when I had my injectors go. And when my injectors went, I blacked out the entire highway, almost both sides. And so seeing black smoke again and not having my engine literally rocking back and forth had me a little confused. So the only time I had an issue with this was when I was accelerating. As soon as I would level out on my speed and maintain that speed, since my ABS light was off and now I could actually have cruise control on again, it would go perfectly normal. Same fuel economy, same everything. But as soon as it started to increase, or if I went up a hill, it would start rolling coal again, black smoke. And so I was thinking, well, maybe it's a stuck injector. But if that was the case, then it would be rolling coal the entire time. Like, to a certain degree, it's going to be overfilling and over, fueling that cylinder or whatever, and creating that black smoke. But it was only when accelerating or going beyond what maintaining would have been. So that was just very concerning to me. I did end up going through the EGR system, getting all the connectors cleaned out. Maybe there was some issues with that, and just kind of looked everything over. I restarted the whole system, essentially taking the battery, disconnecting the batteries off for some time, and then putting them back on again. And so far, I've had no more issues. So we'll just kind of see where that goes. And so the end of this trip was just very interesting to me because I started having ABS issues and blowing black smoke right when I hit Rolla, Missouri again, and all the way to, I believe, St. James, Missouri, not too far northeast or east on 44. And so for whatever reason, Rolla, Missouri is not my friend, and that area or something is just it's the, what is it, the Bermuda Triangle or whatever. That's my Bermuda Triangle, because my truck just loses, any vehicle I have just loses its mind when I go through there. So anyways, this will actually finish the vlog for you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great day today. Hopefully my truck stays alive and you don't have these same issues that I do. But when in doubt, start with the smallest issue that it could be, a bad connection, those types of issues, and work your way out from there. So with all that being said, hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.